Hey everybody, welcome back. It is Tuesday. I hope you're having a good Tuesday. Good start to it, at least when this is live. If you're watching on the VOD, whenever you're watching, I hope you have a good night, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever it is. It's been an interesting week so far. It's going to be rather, well, if you're on YouTube, it's going to be a normal week, Monday through Thursday. If you're on Twitch, obviously it's going to be Monday, Tuesday, 2 streams on Wednesday, and then one of those will be uploaded on Thursday to YouTube. I haven't got Fortnite on the brain. To YouTube for you all to watch. I will be gone. I will be heading on a plane to far off distant land, which means I got to pack, which I am not a fan of packing. I do not pack well. Very often I finish packing a bag and I go, oh, I don't have this. I don't have that. I don't have this. I don't have that. And I have to pull everything out and then try to reconstitute everything. And it's just like, ugh. Just spatial awareness, maybe not the best, but I try. I'm going to be gone for about a week. Just a programming note there. I'll try to do I have some ideas. I might do a little quote unquote vlogging. Also had another idea of just uploading some of the older videos that maybe 99.9% of you have not seen. I think I wanted to repost my eating. I ate like this interesting food, bunch of different food items. That was very funny. I enjoyed it. Didn't get a lot of play, obviously, when the channel first started. But now it'd be kind of interesting to see everybody's opinion on it. Let's go ahead and pull this up. Just launched this last Sunday, I think. The Todd Reaacts Plays YouTube channel. It is where I will be gaming live. Recently, I took a vote, as you might have seen, you might have participated in, to play Life is Strange. In between all of that, I'm going to be sprinkling in some Fortnite because I like Fortnite. It's just easy to drop into and have some fun. And I've met some really great people off of there too, which is awesome. I'm going to be playing some Fortnite later today, so go ahead and check it out. Subscribe. It should alert you when I'm live if you have the notifications on. I do schedule a video, so you should actually see a schedule, and then you can actually hit notify me if you want specifically that one stream to notify you. It's been a lot of fun. I tested out on Saturday the live and Twitch and YouTube at the same time multi-streaming, and it actually worked. I was surprised. I was waiting for something to crash or burn or whatever, and it didn't, surprisingly. Go ahead and sign up at toddreacts.com if you want to request your own videos for these streams. If you enjoy it and you want to request your own and put your own spin on the channel, basically the entire gist of this channel is the audience leads it. Which direction it goes, nobody knows except the audience, I suppose. Boy, that rhymed. That rhymed like crazy. I did not plan that. Go ahead and check out the winter collection of merch. It'll be disappearing on June 1st, in which we will be launching the summer collection. A little lighter clothes, ready for summer. Who's ready for summer? Hands up. It's going to be hot. I live in a place where it gets very warm in the summer. So it's kind of a double-edged sword. Winter's usually my go-to here because it's nice and mild. You know, it's not too cold. It's not too hot. But summer is usually pretty intense, pretty brutal. All right, we got 5 videos today. We got Criminal Minds. We're going to kick it off with Criminal Minds. We're going to go to Law and Order SVU, the Untamed / Word of Honor. They're both in the same video. Dimension 20 and this anime entitled Free, which I've definitely never heard of. So that should be very interesting. We're going to learn a little bit about each as we go along. And I don't know, I kind of like this feel of the stream. I like it. It's educational, it's entertaining, it's kind of a mix of both. Be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel, Todd Reacts, if you haven't already. Throw a like on the video if you like it. Hit the notification bell if you want to be notified when the VODs go live. VODs, video on demand, whatever. The streams go live. Eventually, they will be live on YouTube as well as Twitch. But I'm just waiting to get a more concrete schedule before I start doing that, so that way you all know exactly when to expect a stream. Follow the Twitch channel if you would like. Twitch.tv/ToddReacts. Join the Discord. It is now public. We got about 50 people in there, including myself, I think. Around 50. Looking to grow it. More people, more input. And yeah, check out the merch. Members get 15% off. I don't know why I don't say that more. I probably should. And it ships worldwide. Worldwide. Let's go ahead and jump into the first video. It is entitled JJ and Will Sweet Nothing. This is from, obviously, Criminal Minds, which I've reacted to a couple videos of Criminal Minds, usually around Spencer Reed, though.
It's not that I didn't want them to know. Okay, I don't care about that. It's not about the relocating. It's not about traveling on the weekends or some guy. It's... I didn't want to tell anyone because the minute I do, it becomes real. And when it becomes real, people get hurt. And I've always run from getting hurt. Always. I spy with my little tide. I'll love you forever. Because you'll always be my baby star. Down deep inside your pocket. I don't know what I'd do without you. I like your style and mundane. I love you, Will. I don't want to run anymore. Not from you. And
just shut up.
They said the end is coming. Because of you. Everyone's up to something. I feel safe in my home.
We're not going anywhere.
Outside they push and shoving. You're in the kitchen humming. This is all that you ever wanted from me was sweet nothing.
And you're a lousy liar, too.
By the way, you guys are terrible liars.
On the way home, I wrote a poem.
And whatever problems we have, we'll work them out together.
This happens all the time. They were babies a minute ago.
It's supposed to happen. Means we're doing our job.
Kids grow up fast.
I think about our life sometimes and I realize it's crazy that we ever made it. Outside they're pushing, shoving. You're in the kitchen humming. All that you ever wanted from me was nothing. Industry disruptors and soul deconstructors and smooth talking hucksters out glad-handing each other.
You are Jennifer Giroux. You're my hero.
Doing more. To you I can admit that I'm just too soft for all of it. Don't move. Let me take this in.
You see these rings?
Oh, that's
We've
sweet.
worn them for 5 years, but I've loved you for 10.
Hasn't been easy.
No, but I wouldn't trade a single day. Not even the awful ones like today.
Well, next time don't get shot. They said the end is coming. Everyone's up to something. I find myself running home to your sweet nothings. Outside they're pushing, shoving.
Definitely a risky job.
You got a pinky swear. Give me that gun.
Ask me again. We have each other's backs. Always. What else you got for me, Remlundskan, huh?
I'm crazy about her. You got your back, JJ, always.
So is it time to call it?
I have perfected the La Montaigne for Todd.
I don't understand why your eggs are
Is that a
so bad.
wallpaper?
That's perfection.
You
It's
would be a
stripy.
full-time mom, and I would run a breakfast place. Learn a couple more dishes, and I'm gonna hang up the badge and open up a restaurant.
You come home smelling like grease. It's the butter.
It is the butter.
Dang, that's a nice place. I'm looking at the detailing on the island. Wow. And yes, I take in the atmosphere. I take in the environment. Link down below in the YouTube description for the original edit. Go throw out some much deserved love. There we go. I don't know what I was doing there. Tongue-tied. Well, I will say this. JJ did say, I'm assuming her name is JJ. JJ did say she was terrified of being hurt. Obviously, that comes from experience of being hurt. Usually don't just automatically from the rip fear that or try to avoid that by not connecting as much. Typically, it's not the first love. It's the second, third, fourth, whatever, where you start to get a little hesitant, a little jaded, little, oh, this isn't so gumdrops and, rainbows. You start to get a little bit more reality on your background, your vision of the world, if you will. But that is the risk we all take, right? With love, falling in love, getting into a relationship. It is literally a gamble. But it's one you got to go in full in. You got to go all in. Otherwise, you don't stand much of a chance. That's kind of the double-edged sword of it. If you kind of trickle in just a little bit, you might push them away. They might think you're distant and then push themselves away. It is very difficult, but you got to be trusting. It is such a game, especially nowadays, it seems. But you got to go in it 100%. That's what I have learned. That's my little nugget of truth there. If you half-ass it, you're not going to do too well. Let's go ahead and pull up this. The best romantic relationships in Criminal Minds ranked, and they are number 4. Let's get to 4. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. JJ and Will have overcome many obstacles in the relationship and are better for it. The relationship began season 3, episode 17, ongoing, which is good to hear. JJ and Will are Criminal Minds' longest-lasting relationship. The two met in season 2 when Will, a detective for the New Orleans Police Department, called the BAU to help with a case that was previously led by his father. In the process, JJ and Will hit it off. The relationship was formally revealed in season 3, where they had been dating for a year at that point. Oh, keeping it on the down low. That's actually not a bad idea. As I've said many times on this channel, what is it? Private but not secret. That's the best way to go. The two have remained together until the end of the main show, and through evolution, JJ and Will face many obstacles and struggles in the relationship. From long distances, that's tough, but it is overcomable. It is. You can overcome it. To the danger of their job, especially nowadays with like video conferencing, like FaceTime, Skype, whatever, Zoom. It's like you're doing a business meeting, but in a relationship. To the dangers of their jobs, to juggling 2 kids, to JJ's heartbreaking miscarriage. Yikes. But they stay by each other's side through it and grow together. See, that's what you want. You want someone who's in it for the long haul, someone who stays, someone who fights for it. That is beautiful. Even when a hostage situation makes JJ realize she may have feelings for Reed, she still chooses Will and the life they've built together, making sure he knows how much she cares for him and their children. Evolution provides a more intimate look at JJ and Will's relationship, as Will experiences a health scare that could have upended their daily lives forever, further proving just how great they are for each other. That is beautiful. And what is the health scare? Will learns he might have cancer. Oof. In Criminal Minds Evolution, the plot focused more on... Let's see here. Let's get rid of that. Focused more on the personal relationships of the team members than previous seasons. Notably, the audience saw more of JJ and her husband, Will, who were one of the best romantic relationships in the original series. That probably takes us back to the original article. One of the shocking twists in their personal subplot was Will suspecting he may have cancer. While he was reassured later on in the season, he still made it clear that he had to have more tests, and he wasn't entirely healthy. Well, yeah, they have to monitor it to make sure it stays benign. The plot twist left the audience in suspense, waiting for the next season to see where Criminal Minds will take the character. Well, there you go. That is, that's really great. So they are the longest lasting, and they stuck together after that. That is a big one. If you can stick together after a massive health scare like that, that's great. Because some people do, some people do bail. When my dad was diagnosed with cancer early on in the marriage, the doctor, literally the surgeon, came up to my mom, or the chief of surgery or whatever, came up to my mom and said, you're just married, you're newlyweds. No one would blame you if you went the other way. Literally advocating divorce, like immediate divorce. They had been married like 1 or 2 years maybe at that point. And the surgeon was just like, look, no one would blame you if you, went away. Because he basically said this is going to be a long haul and it's going to be ugly, basically. And I kind of get what he was saying, but also, wow. That was brutal. And my mom stayed because she's a great person. But yeah, it can really rip people apart. I remember seeing this story. I can't remember who put it out. I think it was Daily Mail put it out, where this wife left her husband because he had some sort of illness. I can't remember what it is, but she left because she said it was taking a toll on her mental health. Meanwhile, he was dying. Like, what? Like, clearly you never meant when you said I do, and then all the through sickness and in health and all that stuff. Like, clearly that meant nothing. Like, wow. I couldn't believe it reading it. I was just like, what? Do people not like pay attention during the wedding? Is it all about, the people's eyes on you? Like, come on now. Through sickness and in health. That should mean something. Ugh. It is just, that was a sad article to read. Oh, God. I couldn't imagine it. Oh, how heartbreaking that would be to be the person going through the procedures and all that stuff, and to have your spouse just bail on you because it got a little challenging. Oy. Gosh. That's one of those situations where you're just like, I hope karma does something. I hope that happens to that person or whatever, or some sort of karma happens. Because that is brutal. Brutal. That was a beautiful, beautiful edit, though. I will say that. Beautiful edit. I'd like to see more of Will and JJ, I think. That was a good situation. The fact that they are that strong together. Wow. That is so different than all the other relationships I think I've reacted to in the last couple weeks, where it's been very like this, and to the point where you're just like, all right, enough of these. Like, how are you still together? The next video is Dominic Carisi Jr. To Belong. And that's from Law & Order SVU. I've seen a lot of Law & Order SVU. I haven't watched the whole series. But randomly when it was on, just going through the channels and trying to find something to watch. If I saw Law & Order SVU was on, like in high school and university and stuff like that, I'd just leave it on because it was usually entertaining. It's a good story all wrapped up in an hour. Characters were great. Stories were kind of interesting. I love the procedural aspect of it. I don't know if I could ever binge it, maybe, but I do know that they've played so many marathons of this show. It's unbelievable. I tell you what also I liked was the spin-off Law and Order Criminal Intent. The interrogations in that show are so awesome. They're great. I can't remember the guy's name. He was also in Daredevil. But the main detective in that show is just so good. He's almost like evil in a way of how he interrogates people. Like he just pulls information out of people in just the craziest ways. They're always like high emotion, high drama. It's fantastic.
You know, there are days that I'm envious of you, Carisi. I wish sometimes
That you believed?
You must be my new detective.
Dominic Carisi Jr. Call me Sonny.
Remind me why you're SVU again?
I worked homicide. It's the women who get you. They're dead, but their hair's clean. They're nicely dressed and made up. And that means their husbands or the boyfriends did it. It's like they knew.
You good?
Oh, yeah, man. We're real good.
Whoa, that was
by the
really
way,
deep.
You're under arrest.
What?
Give it time and we wonder why. Do what we can, laugh and we cry.
You'll lose him.
Sleep in your dust.
Give Carisi a break.
Best.
What about me?
Hey, shut up.
Sorry to interrupt.
No, you're not interrupted.
Faced with tears and grace, leaving
Okay.
us
My partner is still a work in progress.
Carisi.
What was that crack about me still being a work in progress?
Nice work. Sonny's always saying how great you are, how much he loves this job. Well, if he's a good detective, we're lucky to have him.
You guys okay?
And how long is Carisi gonna be up there? He talks a good game, but people get killed in those places.
He just has to keep his eyes open and act weird. How hard is that for Carisi?
I used to want to be a lawyer.
Really? Good luck with that.
Bye, Owen.
Hi, Sonny.
Carisi, let's go.
That's the job, Carisi. Can't take that. SVU isn't right for you.
Nah, I get it. I'm good here. All right, so listen, you know I'm going to law school tonight, right? And you know I've been talking to you about maybe shadowing. Detective Carisi, SVU.
Right.
Night school, Fordham Law.
Hold down the fort.
On it.
Not you, Finn.
I love the fact that Ice-T became an actor with this. I don't know if he was in anything other than this before this.
Not now.
He's studying for the bar, trailing Barba. Not so sure his focus is here.
He's learning the law. He's becoming a better cop.
You cool holding down the fort? Yeah, go. I'm good. You know, I always figured that I'd end up walking away. Hey, that's a cute puppy. It probably would have been easier.
Bar results. Today's the day.
I passed. Oh my God.
Congratulations.
I heard there's an opening in Brooklyn. Thing is, counselor, I took an oath to protect and serve. So I don't want to leave. Not now, anyway. All I'm saying is that sometimes it's not as easy as you think to be a hero. I was born and raised in the church. I got two cousins who were priests. They even thought that I'd become one myself.
I was the scrawny kid way back when. They used to pick on me every day. The worst was this kid, Bobby Bianchi. Shoved my face through a plate glass window.
You know, the priest in my church, growing up, he saved my life. He saved my life, but you only ever hear about the bad ones. I mean, I knew that was a possibility, but did I forget to tell you I was a cop?
Carisi's heart is in the right place.
But I guess I just wouldn't let myself believe it.
Besides that, he's a damn good cop.
Why'd you get involved if you couldn't help?
Yeah, his family's obviously important. I admire them.
You gotta fix this.
Family can be a tough nut to crack.
What the hell were you thinking?
I screwed up, I'm sorry.
That's it?
What do you want me to say? You made a mistake. You can make this right.
In high school, I played the point. Wasn't good enough for my old man, though.
So your old man didn't know squat about basketball?
More like he didn't know anything about me. I knew even less about him. Neither one of us had the guts to ask.
Men are strong. Hunters, fighters. But what if you cry or show empathy?
You're allowed to feel that way.
I don't think that I am.
Hey, I'm proud of you. Our Sonny Carisi
How you feeling?
will be bringing his charm and his expertise
I'm nervous.
to the DA's Special Victims Unit.
He's one of us.
Was. He works here now.
Your friends at NYPD didn't give you notice?
Fired you already?
Tell me why I shouldn't fire you
Listen,
right
Dee,
now.
I'm between a rock and a hard place here. I know you're not by the thread. What are you guys doing here?
It's your first arraignment. Here, let me listen. They tell me tomorrow's your first trial. I promise you I'd go easy, but that's just not how it works.
Yikes.
Carisi, you're not a quitter. You got knocked down, so you get back up again.
You're never gonna keep me down.
We find the defendant guilty.
If a lawyer tells you he knows the answer, he doesn't. Right? That's what the law books are for.
That was never part of the plan.
When you help plan a rape, you're just as guilty as the rapist.
You need 12.
Boom.
I only need
Mic
one.
drop.
Should have taken the deal, Detective Carisi.
Make it hurt.
We're gonna bump the charges from rape 3 to rape 1. And when they're done testifying, the jury and your client will be in tears.
Better 100 guilty men go free than one innocent man be condemned.
Juries love me, and they don't like cops. And that goes double for cops who turn into prosecutors. They're gonna hate you.
So you did it. From detective to ADA, how's it going? Whatever you say here does not leave this room. I swear.
That's quite the career transition for sure.
ADA? Your shoes say police.
You ADAs can never admit you made a mistake, can you?
Now then, what did you think would happen when you moved over to that place?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Just
I was afraid you were gonna say that.
We're drowning because you left.
Ooh, boy.
That's what this is about, that I left? I had to go. It was my shot.
In case they didn't teach you this in cop school.
well, I actually went to lawyer school.
Carisi, you are good. You got this.
From your mouth to God's ears.
Should never have let a green ADA like you go up against him.
It's a bit of a learning curve, I suppose.
When I'm asking you questions, I want you to look right at me. Okay, Pilar?
You said that you were happy
And
for
you
me.
believe me? How stupid are you?
Wow.
Fundamentalists, Catholics, they see abortion as death.
You're Catholic, right? Is that what you think?
What I think is what I think. My mother decided to terminate. She never told my father. She told me. There's no deal. Ever.
You're new to this, Mr. Carisi.
I hear you.
No, you don't. You want to help me? Then let Yolo know that that is my next step. Make me the bad guy if you have to.
Carisi, breathe. Breathe. Okay, you got this.
Come on, Carisi, you can trust us.
I do, Finn, but every time I go out on a limb for you guys, somebody saws it off.
Something they can't teach you at Fordham? How to belong.
You got any ideas, or are you just gonna keep playing the I'm the ADA, I need more card?
That guy was really a cop?
Keep going, Judge.
Yeah, what do you want to hear, you dumb dago? You want to go?
I'll take you out right here.
That's enough. That's
We
enough.
can go right now. Either way's fine for me.
I
Aren't you supposed to protect the victim?
Wow.
My job is to uphold the law. Is there a reason that you don't like me?
I just can't believe that you were ever a cop.
You're so far over your head, you don't even know your career.
Good grief. This is brutal.
The longer you've been a DA, the less you remember being a cop.
Creasy doesn't know that we're here. We wanted to see if you would feel him out.
Where is he?
You should know that it wasn't Liv's intention to undercut you.
Oh, no? Anyone on the stomach can take this to trial.
You really have to become a lawyer.
You know how you used to come to all my closing arguments? Yeah. Let's see if you learned anything.
It's hard enough going up against my mentor, but when half of my old unit is helping you investigate.
It's over. And not for nothing, you won.
Remember when I asked him if he ever missed being a cop? How many regrets? Said he was where he's supposed to be now.
He did right.
Definitely not as exciting.
And so did Counselor Parisi. He's a nice guy. To me, he's one of the good ones.
We use our discretion all the time for the rich, for the connected. Why can't we do that here?
I am sure that he was a great detective for you, but the jury is still out on whether he'll be a good prosecutor for us.
Sometimes justice is about compassion. The question should really be,
Mr. Parisi is doing everything he can to protect you.
what kind of office do you want to run?
Is there a promotion in this field? I'll admit that I don't know you very well, but you apparently don't know me at all.
Well, most of those offices are very political.
And not punishment. And that's what this office stands for.
So it's more like, what do the donors want?
Like you, Mr. Carisi.
Future lawyer, huh? Well, tell you what, in a few years, you come find me.
Look at you, Sonny. A detective and law school. I heard you're an ADA now.
I guess I'm a late bloomer.
It's a lot. She still has her faith.
I hope you do too, Sonny.
I'm trying.
Something tells me he needs a lot of it. Oh my gosh. Link down below in the YouTube description for the original video. Go throw it some much deserved love. That was a great edit. And wow, is he going through some stuff. Oh my gosh. Ay, ay, ay. Oh my God. Talk about a man between two worlds. He was a cop for a long time, and then he became a lawyer, ADA, and now he's just kind of stuck between that. And obviously, if you're between those, you're going to start making people mad, and, you know, old friends turn into, you know, old acquaintances turn into maybe, you know, they don't like you as much anymore. You're kind of put in a weird spot there. They want you to do something. The other people want you to do something. You're just kind of caught in between. But wow, what a character. What a well-rounded character. We learned about his faith, his journey. Obviously, he's going to take the shot at being an ADA. That's, I'm assuming, more pay, right?
You know, there are days that
Actually, hold up. Where is it? There it is. Okay. SVU original run started in 99. Oh my gosh. It's been going on for 25 seasons. Only 548 episodes though. So it's not a lot of episodes per season. That classic quote at the beginning of every show. There's definitely a lot of people that can quote this by heart if you just ask them to. 1999, good grief. I was not even graduated with elementary school. Located in the 16th precinct of New York City Police Department, focuses on the crimes of victims of being forced upon crimes, such as being forced upon, enjoying children a little too much, an unhappy home life. I can't even say any of these words on YouTube. As well as cases involving children, the handicapped, and elderly victims of non-forced upon crimes require specialist handling from the unit. Its stories also touch on the political and societal issues associated with identity, gender identity, who you like to have fun with, and equality rights. As with the original Law & Order, episodes are often loosely based on real crimes that have received media attention, or as the franchise calls it, ripped from the headlines. I did not know that. That is news to me. Wow, I had no idea that was actually true. Wow, that's interesting. 25th season premiering on January 18th of this year. It was renewed March 21st for a 26th season. It's the longest running primetime drama series in history, surpassing both Gunsmoke and Law & Order in 2019. It's also the longest running series in the Law & Order franchise. So there's a spin-off, Law & Order Organized Crime, which premiered in 2021. Christopher Maloney reprised his role as Elliot Stabler. Nice. The series centers around an organized crime task force with Stabler as a member of the unit. That's awesome. I had no idea Stabler left SVU at all. But apparently he did for 12 years. I just read that before the stream, which is crazy. But yeah, I get it. I think Christopher Maloney's been in some movies or something or other things. That kind of makes sense that he'd, branch out, do some other stuff. But it's great that he's coming back to this because he was fantastic in that show. Entire series can be streamed on Peacock and seasons 1 through 24 on Hulu in the U.S. Let's see here. What can I say out of this? I already read some of that. While the victim is often murdered, this is not always the case, and victims frequently play prominent roles in episodes. Unit also works with the Manhattan District Attorney's Office as they prosecute cases and seek justice for SVU's victims and survivors with precision and a passion to win and bring closure to the intense investigations. The series often uses stories that are ripped from the headlines or based on real crimes. How did I not know that? Such episodes take a real crime and fictionalize it by changing some details. Originally, the show focused around the detective pairings of Elliot Stabler and Olivia Benson, and John Munch and Brian Cassidy. Yeah. Stabler is a seasoned veteran of the unit who has seen it all and tries his best to protect his family from the horrors he has seen in his career. Meanwhile, Benson's difficult past as the child of a forced upon crime is the reason why she joined the unit. Backing them up is John Munch and his first partner, Brian Cassidy. Munch is a transfer from Baltimore's homicide unit who brings his acerbic wit, conspiracy theories, and street-honed investigative skills. Cassidy is young and eager to learn from his fellow detectives. These two detective teams received support from detectives Monique Jeffries and Ken Briscoe. When Cassidy transferred to narcotics after 13 episodes, Jeffries was partnered with Munch for the remainder of season 1, and Briscoe was phased out. Dominic, a.k.a. Sonny Carisi Jr., is an assistant district attorney with the Forced Upon Crimes Bureau, I guess we'll say. He was formerly a detective with the Manhattan SVU. Transfers into the precinct as a detective after Sergeant Benson put in a request for an experienced, empathetic detective following the temporary demotion of Detective Nick Amaro to patrol officer. Ouch. He also took Nick's place as the lead male detective of the Manhattan SVU after his departure at the end of season 16. He was in Staten Island Special Victims Unit for 2 months, Brooklyn for almost a month, and Queens for a week before that. He was, jumping around a lot. He was a patrol officer on Staten Island. He also worked in the homicide unit. Though his brash and argumentative attitude has placed him at odds with Benson and others, he's shown a knack for interrogations that probably blends well into the courtroom. by pretending to empathize with suspects and getting them to open up to him. Interesting. Yeah, those skills probably come in handy in the courtroom a little bit. Maybe not the brash and argumentative. You know, you can get on the nerves of the judge pretty quickly probably with that. 2019, he was promoted to assistant DA. Let's see. In the courthouse, Rollins and Carisi are seen kissing again, but Carisi doesn't think it's a good idea, but Rollins says that the cleaning crew aren't going to bust them. That'd be interesting to, you know what? Somebody with a podcast should interview a bunch of like hotel cleaning crews just to tell like their horror stories. Because I guarantee they are just full of stories that would just make your skin crawl or just entertaining as hell. I'm assuming it's got to be interesting. Let's see. What else do we got here? Whilst investigating several forced-upon crimes, Carisi visits Benson at the precinct where he becomes upset. Carisi tells Benson that he's about to bring a kid into the world that everybody hates. Benson assures Carisi that they will catch the suspect. However, the serial forced upon her, who I don't even know if that's a good alternative way to put that, but I'm trying. Who attacked Kate finally gets caught. While Kate identifies the perp in a lineup, Carisi tells her that he hopes she will give New York another chance, but she can't promise that. I get that. I would definitely, putting myself in that position, I would definitely want to move, for sure. As things wrap up in the case, Carisi and Finn decide to go home, but Stabler doesn't. Carisi and Rollins give birth to their baby boy, Nicky, a.k.a. Dominic Carisi III. Carisi invites the whole squad to Nicky's baptism, where Carisi attempts to set Benson up with his cousin, Steve Mancuso. Benson then becomes annoyed with Carisi before Carisi walks up to Rollins and hands the baby to Finn. Carisi and Rollins go into a separate room where they talk about Nicky's future and spend some time alone together. What an interesting character. Good arc, for sure. Sonny Carisi from Law & Order SVU actually passed his bar exam years ago. Although we still have Mariska Hargitay's Olivia Benson and Ice-T's Finn. Thank God for that. Law & Order SVU fans have seen a lot of changes over the past 20 years since the show first aired in 1999. Where are we at? Where the heck is this in the article? What? Olivia's partner, Elliot Stabler, left the unit. That's where I learned. Amanda Rollins has 2 kids, and even Olivia adopted a child of her own, not to mention the departures of some regulars. But for now, let's talk about Sonny. Let's see. He's been working to pursue his dreams of becoming a lawyer. According to Finn, Carisi is passing over to the dark side. That's too bad. Yeah. You know what? You got to do what's best for you, though. And especially if you have a family as well. Olivia said in the toast, our Sonny Carisi will be bringing his charm and expertise to the DA's Special Victims Unit under Bureau Chief Hadid. For her part, Chief Vanessa Hadid replies, I'm sure the NYPD's loss will be the DA's gain. Career shift has been in the works since season 16, just a few short episodes after it's revealed that Carisi will be a permanent addition to the SVU squad. He mentions he's been taking night classes at Fordham University's law school. At one point, Barbara even allows Carisi to shadow him for a trial, and that's when we first get to see that Carisi really has what it takes to become a lawyer, as he helps spot an inconsistency in a witness's testimony. Nervous to take the job of a lawyer on the DA side. Yeah, that would be, that is interesting. That is quite the switching over to the other side. But more money, you got a family, you got a kid now, you just got to do it. You got to do it. You know, I get it. Sometimes change can be difficult. Change can be, well, maybe you really like the people you work with. But then again, we're all after the almighty dollar, right? We're all looking to move up in some way, shape, or form. And unfortunately, when it comes to money, it usually involves a job change. And one thing that's for sure recently is that the best way to secure more money is to go somewhere else. I don't know I really don't know. I want to look this up because I've been interested in it. I want to know the percentage of promotions don't happen that often. According to ADP's data, only 4.5% of workers are promoted within 2 years of being hired. Workers who get promoted are more likely to quit their jobs. Whoa. 29% of workers leave within the first month of a promotion. If those workers had not been promoted, only 18% would have left. That's interesting. That is weird. Maybe it's because of the new responsibilities or something? That is so strange. Promotions don't happen that often. Only 4.5% of workers are promoted within 2 years. That's an issue. That is an issue. Wow. Promotions are still worthwhile for employers. Well, yeah, you create loyalty. You get somebody knowing your processes and knowing how your business works into higher and higher roles, which helps your overall bottom line. Yeah, helping people adjust to the new role. After their risk of leaving diminishes, promoted workers are often more committed to their jobs and are likely more productive overall. Yes, because you get people that know what's going on at a base level, and then you give them more and more responsibilities as they get more experience. That makes sense, right? That is so unbelievable. Nearly half of American workers are hoping for a promotion or raise in 2023. If you're not hoping for at least a raise, what are you doing? Are you just happy? Who's happy with their salary or pay or whatever? We're all wanting more. That makes no sense. Ugh, it's got to be more than half. Come on now. Got to be more than half. State of promotions at work. Yeah, if it's only 4.5%. I learned some time ago, a couple years ago, from a area manager at one of my jobs, who said, if you haven't gotten promoted in 2 to 3 years after joining that company, leave. And I was just like, really? He goes, the worst thing that can happen to you is you get stagnant and then you get comfortable and then you just stay there. And you put up with not getting a raise, not getting any advancement in your career because you're so comfortable. And I was like, wow, that's a interesting way to put that. And I've kind of taken that advice. In my last job, I was there for about 5 years. And I did start to feel like, all right, I did ask for a promotion 4th year. I probably should have asked for it sooner. But I did get it. And that's mostly because of the cost of living went up crazy high, as you've probably noticed, wherever you live. The third video is Wang Jian and Wen Zhu. Boy, I hope I'm saying those right. So this is a mashup between the Untamed and Word of Honor, and it's titled Without You. I'm not quite sure what to expect. I'm assuming it has to do with, you know what's terrible? Is I thought it was 2 different people. No, it's the name of the ships. It's the name of the ships by the fans. Oh gosh. I was like, who are these characters? I don't think I've seen these characters before. Oh my gosh.
山河不足重，重在于知己。要死，至少死在你寒光君的手上，不然他就要死，想留的人。
One thing, when it's self-closed captioning, those closed captions have got to be big. This is so hard to read from where I'm looking at.
来不及，逃路不长，早知如此，我跟着他做什么？相见恨晚，他奈何？你怎么不问我当你是什么？
你把我当成什么？我曾经把你当作我毕生知己。
是知己，
现在仍是。一个人为什么会喜欢上另外一个人呢？啊，我说的是那种喜欢。你要是没那个意思，不要随便去撩拨别人。我撩拨的又不是你。
头疼，痛苦吗？人心即鬼域，我的心什么好看？
让我帮你。
A lot of self-doubt.
之后，可是你如果不信，要怎么帮呢？
我才知道如何帮你。我可行。
停下！
恨过之后，你就不会当我是朋友了。
你不信？蓝忘机，
他们不算是坏人，但是周首领，你敢说你平生所杀的便都是坏人？
你一定要在这个时候跟我过不去是吧？
不相为谋，我劝不了你。各随本心，各走各的路吧。我还以为他真是我的知己。
我那个时候，
你就是我认识的那个人。
你真的信我？
This is a wonderful edit.
但他却跟我说，他既以你为知己，就应该相信你的为人。你为什么把我？我有悔。
头阵覆灭，上一场我定将他们碎尸万段。难道我一个人还能苟活？
要杀，就叫我师兄弟，一起杀了。傻子，你来做什么？来跟你这个疯子死在一处。但是现在，所有人都巴不得我死，都恨我偷袭我的时候，你却是唯一一个站在我身边的人。得君为友，不枉此生。
It's all in the hand holding, you know?
幸得君心，死我心。人生中一知己，足矣。今晚的夜色很美哦。山河不足重，重在遇知己。知己既去，何若玉碎？
Wow, that was powerful, wasn't it? Link down below in the YouTube description for the original video. Go throw it some love. Wow, 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 wow. Right? Welcome back, welcome back. Now I have to readjust my window here because I had to blow it up because the subtitles were so small. And now it's like way too big. One thing I noticed a lot in that conversation was a lot of trust issues early. Maybe they're unsure of themselves. They're unsure of the intentions of the other. Very weary of a potential soulmate or relationship kind of situation. But it was a beautiful arc. They made the arc, which is stunning. Obviously, I've talked a lot about how good those shows look. They look amazing. They look like they were beautifully done. Whoever was in charge of constructing them, directing them, cinematography, the costumes, I mean, it's all on point. It is beautiful to see. The actors are stunning. It is really nice. Really nicely done. But yeah, a lot of trust issues there in that dialogue. Maybe that's to do with their past. Maybe that's just, I don't know, a good way to, maybe people weren't trustworthy in that time. I'm not exactly sure. But really, really stunning. I did bring up some articles with the help of Jace. Shout out to Jace. Let's go ahead and bring that up. Wei and Lan originate from the novel MDZS. They can also be recognized from various adaptations of the novel, such as the manhwa, donghua, audio drama, and the live action. Plot remains fairly consistent throughout the adaptations, but can vary on their own individual ways. Yeah, it's amazing how similar some of these shows are with their couples or their soulmates or however you want to say it. Very linear through line, but obviously the plots are a little different. In the novel and most of the other adaptations where the two meet as children, Lan and Wei first meet as teenagers while Wei is studying in Gusu for a small duration of time. Right off the bat, the two clash as Wei tries to sneak alcohol into the cloud recesses after curfew. Hey, all right. That's fun. Lan being introduced as a law of the Gusu enforcer immediately engages in a sword battle. After this incident, Lan appears to have a distasteful view of what was the shorthand of Wei? Is it like WWX or something? To his dismay, Lan is therefore placed in charge of supervising Wei's secluded punishment, where Wei would intentionally try to gouge Lan for a reaction with various and absurd tactics, such as replacing the interior of his scripts with illustrated adult content. There we go. Afterwards, the two seem to cultivate a one-sided friendship where Wei continuously attempts to get Lan to open up through trying to provoke him or generally offering acts of kindness. Due to Lan's naturally reserved personality, never outright reciprocates any of Wei's antics, but there are moments of vulnerability between the two, such as when they ended up stranded in the cave. This is considered one of the most genuine moments in Wei's first life, and shows a more vulnerable side of Lan as opposed to his normal aloof demeanor. Very reserved, I guess. It is also considered the most prominent indication that Lan has fallen in love with Wei during his time at the cloud recesses. Throughout their time in the cave, Wei and Lan both exhibit protectiveness over each other. Lan even pushes Wei out of the way from Shan Wu's mouth, furthering his already existing leg injury in the process. Oh boy. Wei asks Lan to sing for him to fill the silence, and to Wei's surprise, Lan fulfills his request. All right, that's surprising. How reserved he typically is in these edits. The song he hums was composed by Lan himself, entirely for Wei, and was something only the two of them would hear in Wei's first life. The unknown significance of the song to Wei would later cause him to unintentionally expose his identity to Lan on Defan Mountain after reincarnating. Oh, that's fun. That's so fun. It's a turtle monster? Oh, with a snake's neck. That seems terrifying, actually. Wow. Despite Lan's efforts, Wei still dies after Wei could not control the spirits with his dizzy. The death of his elder sister made him feel that he was responsible. Lan then drags his injured body to burial mounds in an attempt to find any trace of Wei, where he instead finds Awan, a child Wei took under his wing. Oh yeah, and takes him back to the Lan sect. In his mourning, Lan drinks for the first time. Wow. Okay. Dizzy is like a bamboo flute. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, I've seen plenty of videos of him with that. Specifically the type of wine Wei loved. That's awesome. Being a terrible drunk. Oh boy. He turns out to be a terrible drunk. He drunkenly asks Lan Shichen for a flute, seemingly looking for Wei's dizzy. Not finding what he's looking for, he breaks into the confiscated Wen brands and brands himself over the heart with the same brand Wei received protecting Mian Mian. Good grief. I'm not able to read this very well. I know I'm butchering all of this. During their encounter in the Zhuan Wu cave, for the next 13 years after having recovered from his wounds, Lan begins rebuilding his tattered reputation through acts of heroism. There you go. Soon acquires the reputation of appearing wherever there is chaos. Okay, superhero. Nice. Aiding people in whichever ways he can whilst carrying on Wei's legacy in his heart. In some adaptations, namely the Donghua, Lan is shown to have also been working to clear falsities in Wei's reputation. Gosh. Oh, that's beautiful. That is beautiful. Oh my gosh. That's really nice. Now that's a soulmate. That's somebody who actually loves the other person right there. After they are gone, continues to do these things. Throughout this journey, the two's relationship begins to teeter the line between friendship and romance, mainly through Lan's drunken antics. The first time he's drunk, he professes Wei, in his only to be misunderstood by Wei, that he was talking about Lan's sword, which was currently on his back. Second time he's drunk, Wei unconsciously kisses him, causing Lan to knock himself out. After these events, their relationship becomes increasingly tender yet not confrontational. Only after Wei and Lan sleep with each other during a heated, drunken bathing session, whoa, does Wei realize he's hopelessly infatuated with Lan, although he does address that he holds feelings towards him a bit earlier, but expresses that he is afraid Lan doesn't feel the same. Good grief, is that not accurate? Oh, I think we all kind of go through that a little bit, where we're, doubting or wishing, hoping that the other person feels as strong as you feel. I think that's kind of unavoidable. And I also think there's always somebody who loves more. Always. Well, everyone has a different way to love. Everyone has a different desire and ways to be loved, which makes it kind of interesting. Obviously, we're not all the same person. But I think working together on that and communicating that's the big point. Everyone always says communication's key or whatever. And that is true, but it's good communication. It's deep communication. It's not just surface level stuff. You got to get a little deeper, go over, how you want to be loved, what kind of things you're into, all that stuff. Because if it's surface level, it's not very deep. I don't know. It just seems like when there's issues that arise, you're not going to know what the heck to do. Unless you talk about what the heck to do beforehand. But yeah, I think we all have that insecurity where you kind of go, does this other person feel the same way? Are they even remotely the same way towards me as I am to them? Following of this franchise has existed since the novel first came out into fruition, but as of recent has reached an exponential amount of popularity. I would say so. As more adaptations of the novel come to a close, others are continuing to pump out new content to satiate, that's misspelled, but I think it's meant to be satiate, an almost frenzied crowd. Recently, the Untamed has proven to be a magnetizing starting point for many new fans, as it was recently localized on Netflix. Fans on social media have even begun calling the series as a whole a pyramid scheme. As once one person gets into it, they begin passing it on to their friends who inevitably end up doing the same. As of August 2022, there are almost 33,000 fan works on the platform. Wow. Ranking third for the year of 2022 in the new works. And 13th most written ship of all time. That's unbelievable. Wow. Wen Kexing and Zhu Shishu. I have no idea if you say that correctly, if I said that correctly. Word of Honor, obviously. Most popular ship in the fandom for the Danmei novel Faraway Wanderers and its live-action adaptation, Word of Honor. Main romantic couple in the original novel. Tired assassin meets Wen by chance while disguised as a sickly beggar. Fans appreciate Wen immediately clinging to Zhu and flirting with him, although other fans have pointed out that both in the novel and in the show, Wen uses the flirting as a ruse at first and only later falls in love. Gosh, isn't that so true to a lot of different stories? How it starts off almost combative, and then eventually they start realizing, oh, you know what? This is actually great. I actually really love this person. And they just go together. That is a classic trope. How it starts off as a little confrontational, maybe. What is that? Oh gosh, what is that movie? She's All That, where they like dress up the nerd or something like that, or they're like teasing her, and then eventually the popular guy like falls in love with her or something. Very interesting storyline. somewhat reminded me of that. Obviously very different, but you get the picture. God, I love these two idiots so much. I love how deep they get under each other's skin, and then we get to see it develop from first meeting all the way to dying and living for each other multiple times over. I love how happy they make each other and all the ways in which they tenderly care for each other. I love their hugs. Well, it does seem like initially there's a bit of that confrontation or whatever. And it eventually softens into that. I love how they defend and rescue each other. I love how they build a family together and find meaning and hope in each other. They're both pretty bad people, but they fit each other in these unique ways. They've both done terrible things, made some very bad choices, and they're sort of beyond judging each other for them. Well, I suppose at a certain point you just go, all right, we've both done some things and seen some stuff. So let's just move past that. Move past that and just enjoy each other. We're going to go ahead and hit an ad real quick. BRB. All right, the next video on the list is Dimension 20. It is entitled, what is it entitled? It is entitled, boy, that's a long title. It is a huge title, actually. Let's see, which one is this? It is the 18 minutes one, which is... Fantasy High Live, being out of context for 18 minutes and 14 seconds straight. Very succinct. Very specific. I have reacted to Fantasy High before, so I'm interested to see how this varies from the first one that we watched. Let's go ahead and jump in.
Girlfriend is tied to a wall. I gotta go.
Far out!
Do you know any distinct landmarks that your home is near? Maybe a babbling brook or a 7-Eleven?
I am Allie Beardsley. Today I'll be playing for a star.
That's not.
I am a ice cream chef. I just kind of sat on that like a old egg.
10, 20.
And having slain him, I took them off his body, assembled a crew of my own.
Ahoy!
I take a little
Ahoy,
ribbon
hoy.
out of my bag, and I tie it to a stick, and I make it a ribbon dancer.
Can I hide? Keep in mind he's anime running.
Yeah.
So he's not using his arms.
And I'm full.
Do not fuck me, little beans.
I botched this. I'm gonna have to cross.
Language warning.
Out Russ Buggins. That's one of my love interests.
You're very scary. You're very intense sometimes.
Sorry. I'm so sorry. Where in the hell? It's weird.
You're mad at your dad for giving your mom a demon STI.
Sugar and dice, edible dice.
Yeah, so you could eat your fucking dice, dude.
You tell me, do you feel like a 14 is a high enough roll for your character to be able to use a dance ribbon to fly?
He's on the line.
He told me he was gonna shit my mouth.
Thank God.
He told me he was gonna shit my mouth.
A night Orby, maybe? What is a night Orby? Have you thought about it?
Lemon yogurt, I don't think is a thing.
It's
We get it. We both get it. We're the throw-up boys. I started to eat him like a goblin, but then they turned him into a boat. Hey, come in. Over and out.
Hey, I can hear you.
Whoa,
Hey.
awesome.
Whoa.
So we've been discovered by bandits. Sunscreen.
Then we should not be so worried, right?
Let's buy a bunch of drugs.
We'll just buy the legal drugs.
That's Mom's right as we're about to go to the beach. Sunscreen.
We're just gonna buy the legal drugs.
We're buying legal drugs.
Wait, you have the curdled lemon milk? That's actually mine.
Well, oh.
Yes, I like this.
All right. I guess I'm going to.
I'm a fucking virgin who's never had a healthy relationship.
Wow! If you've kissed the hangman even once, just even an
Raise your hand.
exploratory Kiss.
There's a frog in that backpack wearing a tiny little backpack.
What's in his backpack?
Oh, maybe a smaller frog.
You're building swamp.
Maybe a smaller frog.
I am building Swamp Venice, yes.
Okay.
How much wood could a woodchuck chuck?
Can we roll
If a woodchuck could chuck wood.
His feet are.
No! It kisses you so softly on the lips for 8 points of damage.
Sorry, that all got so crazy with frittatas.
Get a pretzel!
It's a damaging kiss.
Get a pretzel! God damn! You walk up as Skrank, correct?
We are scared and we're coming for Kristen. We are scared and we're coming for Kristen.
Oh, sounds like your dog's.
I disguise myself as someone who has passed the bar. If I had to think of anything eye-catching, it's me on a shrimp slip and slide.
Yeah, count out that sneak attack.
Oh my god.
Slow.
Wow. You see that Galir goes up top.
I'm feeling really bad and my van is a boat. I'm feeling really sad and my boat is a van.
Oh, okay.
I will be out in the yard juggling this stone. That's pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh
yeah.
The ball, do snuff.
Come on, the ball.
Do snuff.
Do snuff with us, dude.
I'm not gonna. Babe, I know your family's super racist. You're projecting. This is about your shit.
Could you have seen yourself trapped in a wheel well with an apple in your mouth, shitting yourself? And that happened yesterday.
What's so weird about a baby born with a vest and a mohawk? No, it's too cute.
You have a t-shirt?
Some. I have some few t-shirts.
I have never touched my dad's butt, nor do I want to.
Cool.
This is Kristen's gay spit.
Wow.
Yeah, does my gay spit do anything?
1d4 for gay spit.
Go get a pretzel. What's the matter with you? Okay, let's go down the line. What's everyone afraid of?
Welcome back.
Having a good time with all the elves who are.
Hopefully it was a productive long call.
He said he was microwaving a quesadilla and then was like, oh, I gotta get there.
I don't want them to kill me if they find me, so I don't want to like break shit or anything.
You have a thing with baby.
Huzzah!
Murph is obsessed with his new little bean dice, and we're all like, please stop talking about it.
Dude, amphibious mode unlocked, bro. This is classic devil shenanigans.
It sounds triggering, and I'll take it.
They're superstitious puns. What's this dwarf with firecrackers in his beard gonna do about that? Really? I already hate you, man.
He was just done. He was done.
How was that? How do you feel about that?
I think I'm still pretty sick.
I was gonna be straight edge except for drugs, but okay. If I'm doing it with my mom, yeah. When you're here, your family. It's called being gay.
Glass is literally invisible.
Retrieve.
Isn't that
the
Olive
old
Garden's
man.
slogan? If you're here, your
Stop
family.
looking things up. Say we landed. And Baxter's feet.
What is that tongue? Why is that
Put your
tongue
tongue in your mouth and say we landed. Use your tongue to enunciate the words.
Roll that
"We
tongue
landed."
back up in your mouth.
Is this what it's like when you fall in love?
Are you full crying?
No!
And as archdevil and rebellious teenager, I order you to eat my ass.
As they were basically keeping like a
Are you being
one
Skyped
second.
right now?
I am being Skyped at this.
This is live, baby.
What kind of maid would I be if I couldn't bake some nice chocolate chip cookies on the engine of a moving van? Why did you make me up whole cloth from your mind? Hey, Skrank, how's it going?
Good. I'm ready to be your lover.
If it makes you feel any better, I'm just dead.
It might be really hard.
I'm eating my dice.
I wanted to come say sorry.
Do those dice taste good? That's what I want to know.
You're so important to me.
I think this is a general plague. I don't think this is necessarily
A sex plague?
We cut over to downtown Elmville.
Is there a Chipotle?
Jungle Down Dinner.
Is there a Chipotle?
Chungle. dash, D-O-W, and the word down, and then Bim, which is short for Bimothy.
Everyone make a dexterity saving throw to not look at Galier's junk while he's naked.
This frog is very good.
The easiest way to draw out the soul is either through the eyes or the penis.
I'm dead. That was good.
No, it was at your house, and also I'm not gonna.
They left this at my house.
Your police house.
The police house?
And is there anybody who's injured or anything?
Galier is dead.
He got a boy. Oh. Complicated, right? Yeah.
Right.
Then I'm a dumbass. Eat me, you stupid bug.
Does he know that he's dating?
Dice can be a choking hazard.
We're not dating. And there's nothing minor.
What do you want? I want you to stay out of that fucking forest. And she vanishes.
You guys, I'm so scared. Hold me! Hold me!
You guys start live streaming your shrimp party? You see he scoops a bunch of pasta into his coat. She starts crying and is like...
I start crying.
She's like,
This is
I
so
thought it was
gay.
really... And you see Hilarial in Elvish goes, you got it.
No!
Do you know what words mean?
The phone going off.
Do you know what words mean?
I didn't.
Oh my god.
Okay, first off, you're plus 5 bonus to performance checks while wielding this instrument. You're gonna regret that.
Right when I was trying to drink.
All night in the milk?
Just for no reason, here's 25,000 gold.
25.
Very good.
You're holding your own finger bone.
I've always wanted to do that.
I love when they break character and just completely laugh.
Boat is a van, the van is a boat, and the boat is a van. Rickia, you don't recognize me? I am your romance partner, Baron.
Full on run at the ball.
I'm roughly the same size as these people.
We refuse to be pushed around unless it's cheap, then that's fine. Not gonna go on the other side of the door. Gonna poke. It's my greatest fear, sleeping on the job. I'm so lame.
I mean, a baby with pants is a little weird, but a baby with a vest is pretty cool.
Very quick laugh.
Oh, it's like a snake. Ah.
The globe of elves.
Oh my god.
He's a little bit a ways. I've got all the breadcrumbs ready, and all the spices and seasonings, and a nice lemon wedge for when I turn your fucking face into a plate of calamari.
This place. Hi, cutie. Cool that you're with Ida. Have fun, but not too much fun. LOL is one word. I don't care what you say here, because I'm never coming back. Choke on grapes, bitch.
The first electric lute was invented 350 years ago. And when it was first played, every single person of the 225 people in attendance, regardless of gender, became pregnant.
I think I've clipped the tip of my penis against one of the leg plates, and every time I move, it feels like it might come off.
You know, most people have it.
HPV?
Yeah.
Your
Of
name's
course the
Hilda
lawn
Hilda,
crew is
and
coming
you live
through.
at 22
Oh my gosh.
Hilda Street and 22 Hilda Boulevard.
Okay,
It's okay. He's doing okay.
Definitely the
Definitely
shake.
the jiggle from an invisible.
I don't know what that
girl.
sound was, but that was hilarious.
If you make fun of me, I'll freaking give you a wet willy.
If we had not hit you and asked you to not attack us, would you have not attacked us?
You might ask it. I have to poop 13 times a day, average. Some days it goes up. Most has been 25. Least has been 4.
Coffee's ordered. Is the ball dead?
Everyone on the count of 3 tell
Least
me
has
whether
been
food tastes
4.
funny to you or not. 1, 2, 3.
Not funny.
That's a very good boat pun.
There's a tree guy? Fuck the tree guy.
I love how it's so quiet and normal, and then all of a sudden it is just chaos. Utter chaos.
She's lying there. You're smoking. You look like her mom.
More money, more problems, is some I've heard someone say.
Brennan did have a really bad fever recently, and I think it is showing. Can't we just make him a little nest to shit in the van?
The students of my school shall not be fucked with. Give me a mechanical stomach and butthole that I may shit in his mouth.
When you're doing the shit dance on behalf of someone else,
Brutal.
Him as well? Am I? Is it just me?
Can I roll to see if she's really annoying?
Oh, hello, I can read.
You mean just like a normal like person's name? I mean, obviously, Cassandra.
My name's Corgo.
Joel Judge. Who am I? A man who regularly has sex with a phoenix to tell you that you're wrong. I think you're right both ways.
Is that required?
Fig!
Ida!
I told everyone we kissed. Was that normal?
And you, sexy rat, you're gonna fuck me or do whatever weird fucking shit? I'm gonna get fucked?
And beret.
Obviously, this is a mature game.
That's a man who doesn't get stuck in a wheel well and piss himself. If I were to run and jump for ropes, what would...
Allie.
Honestly,
You have been naughty thrice, Reaacts. Your romance partner deserves better treatment.
Magic is real and so is my frog.
I'm going to get another kiss, whatever happens. What? What?
What?
Hefty tome that you now hold in your hands is a perfectly normal book.
Captain Seacaster, permission to pee on your ship.
I'm gonna shit in that mouth. I'm gonna shit in that mouth.
And I built homes. I gave out food. The homes did sink almost immediately.
Died. He died.
How long ago?
All things were great.
Look out. Here comes the van with hands. Ida comes in. She's got a little bowl of grapes.
Hey, baby.
Really? It's taking you that long to eat one admittedly large nut?
Whatever. Pizza.
Don't have to bring him.
Such a
We
cursed
do not
creature.
have to bring him.
He's not cursed. He's just a god. Well, I know my address.
Yeah.
22 Hilda Street.
It's just that frequency of a mom.
Why do I think Conan O'Brien would be fantastic at this? If they could bring in a guest person, Conan O'Brien would be the person. I don't know if you've seen him on Hot Ones, the hot wing eating show where they interview and eat hot wings, progressively hotter hot wings. He would do very well at D&D, I think.
Voice. You just want to be like, become sexless, you know?
Break any
He
laws
is
you want,
so
as long as you don't get
quick
caught. That's
and
the Brennan
crazy.
Mulligan way. Is that her litigator?
It does seem like maybe what was supposed to happen was good, but instead I have been stabbed by an old dead horse.
You know, you play music that sounds like how my hips feel when a woman dances. It is a cruel world beyond these shores that would see such beautiful children have to do stuff. You should not have to do stuff. And you see he begins to let go of you. God damn it.
Wow.
I genuinely love to make ice cream. But if I can only make ice cream, it's a prison of the heart.
Totally.
I could probably do whale song.
You guys won't be crying when we're freaking 69ing and healing all you guys.
And the Dakota exploded and I jumped off of the railing and then Teen Wolf is a reference probably none of you will understand. Now, question is, are you good enough?
Are you into adventure?
I think it's beautiful and everything's fine here.
Riz.
Everything's fine and good, isn't it?
Remember, feelings, kind of like STDs, right? You gotta talk about them. You see an altar with Riz spread out on it, chained up.
You're a little
Kristen
bro.
won't stop talking about HPV, and it makes it very hard for you to do anything to help it.
I literally knock on every door in the house because I'm scared you and Tracker are going to be 69ing on the other side.
And did you get?
Oh my God, there's a Neapolitan ice cream sandwich next to me. It looks up. It looks up.
Because if I was you, I wouldn't want to be anyone else. Because
I don't think I've ever had a Neapolitan ice cream sandwich.
Look,
I've had just like the standard.
You've been dead for days.
I already ate you.
You've been freaking dead this whole
I already ate you, man.
Yeah, something you can touch, because if you're fire, I'm sure if you touch the fish, it would be a panini.
We're gonna go try the blanket trick.
What's the
Well,
blanket?
we might be back. It's really nice. He wraps me up like an egg roll, and then he says, "Egg roll to go," and he puts me on a.
But if you're Fabian, yes, your friend's a little dick.
Maybe I'm not supposed to be a fighter. Maybe I'm supposed to be a yoga dancer.
Oh no.
What an interesting career choice. Link down below in the YouTube description for the original video. Go throw it some love. Obviously, that takes a long time to compile 18 minutes of who knows how many episodes. So that is sophomore year of Fantasy High. I think I saw freshman year out of context. So this is the next year, obviously. Also called Dimension 20 Live presents Fantasy High's sophomore year. Is the 4th season of Dimension 20. Tells the continued story of the Bad Kids from Dimension 20's first main quest, Fantasy High, starring the original cast and led by Brennan Lee Mulligan. This actual play D&D live show aired every Wednesday at 7 on Twitch and includes 2 live stream one-shots as part of RTX at Home on September... What? And RollCon. Oh, those must... Oh, okay. Those must be cons. Like Comic-Con. The story sees the Bad Kids, a group of adventurers from the Egafort Adventuring Academy. Oh, yeah, I think I I remember that comment that said they were surprised that I got that name right without knowing the context. In their sophomore year, working to complete their school assignment of retrieving the crown of the Nightmare King. All right, what do we get here? What do we got? Let's see. Holy ads. This entire website is just built on ads. Am I hearing music? The heck? All right, that is not what I wanted. All right, let's do this. Oh my gosh. Leave me alone, ads. Leave me alone. Let's see. The Nightmare King. Spoilers ahead. Nightmare King is a mysterious extra-planar being who first appeared around 850 years ago during the last great Sylvan War, at the time when the forest of Sylvair was cursed and became the forest of the Nightmare King. Nightmare King was regarded as Fae by the undead and regarded as undead by the Fae and the elves, although he was given the Fae title of Rehaesling Ulk, which translates to King of Evil Dreams. Devil's thought he was a demon, as that is whose side he fought on within the Blood War. He was said to work with a lot of What? Divination? Is that even a word? I've never even heard that. Illusion and enchantment magic, meaning it is more than likely he is not a necromantic being, as the undead see no use and do not experiment in the illusory arts. Good grief. Say that sentence 5 times fast. The Nightmare King was anchored to the mortal plane by his crown, which allowed him to disguise himself as a native being and prevented him from being banished. Some brave souls managed to get it off him and dispel the magic on it, likely banishing him back to the plane where he was from. This did not end the curse on Silver Forest. However, so a group of infernal warlocks created a boundary around the Forest of the Nightmare King to attempt to stop the spread of the curse, keeping anything from entering or leaving the forest without the permission of a high-ranking devil. Nightmare King was returned to Spire by Calvaxus, Emperor of the Red Wastes, and in trade, the Nightmare King served as his lieutenant. However, he was more of a consigliere. He solved problems related to spellcasting along with breaking wards on highly protected places in place of rallying troops, soldiers, and armies. According to Sophomore's Start, he created horror more than terror, making a village's children disappear, destroying monasteries, having people trapped inside dreams, a contrast to Calvaxus's burn towns, get money approach. The Nightmare King was also said to have given Calvaxus a gift of a simple gold coin for his hoard during their alliance. The transubstantiation. Oh my gosh. There's no way I'm going to be able to say that. I can say it in my head and it just won't come out. Ugh. Of the unnamed goddess's spellbook and the cause of the dragon madness curse. Crown of the Nightmare King was held in Arthur Agafort's office until it was stolen during the events of the Prompocalypse. As their sophomore year project, the bad kids set out to retrieve it. What a tongue twister, right? Oh my gosh. Due to the dragon madness curse, the Nightmare King was able to enter the dreams of the bad kids when they were not protected by Tracker's Moon Haven or Kristen's Hallow. Through this, he was able to possess them. Most times they were able to either protect themselves or dispel this possession, but he caused Fig to attempt to sacrifice Riz after the first night they were afflicted with the curse, and Fabian to kill the Hangman after his fight with James Whitclaw meant the Moonhaven could not protect him for a long rest in the Gold Gardens. Nightmare King is first mentioned in the first episode of Fantasy High as Fig Faith attempts to somewhat jokingly guess who her real father is. Irish language is used to represent the in-game Fey language for the title Rehaesling Ulk, although this does not make grammatical sense in Irish. Well, there you go. Interesting concept. I like the fact that they continued on. They did more stories with it. Different quests, different fantasies. Obviously, they are very comfortable with each other by season 4, and they are just riffing constantly on each other. I like the fact that it's very quiet at some moments, and then it just gets loud and obnoxious and chaotic in some other moments. Obviously, that keeps you on your toes. You don't know exactly what to expect, where the story to go. It would be really fun to watch that live, because there is no editing, there's no nothing. You're seeing it how you're seeing it. And if people screw up, that's even funnier, which I always get a kick out of whenever I screw up. Because I'm just like, well, there's no post edit. Let's go ahead and move on to the last video of the day. It is from the anime called Free. Never heard of it. We'll obviously look up some information afterwards. But this is the story of Mako Haru. Maybe that's how you say that. I'm not exactly sure. Just a forewarning, there is some subtitles here that are hard to read. Very hard to read. So I'm going to blow this up before I move this over. Otherwise, I will have no idea what's happening. I think I probably still won't have any idea what's happening, but we're going to give it a shot. If there's one thing I have learned about this YouTube channel, Todd Reacts, and the audience and the members of ToddReacts.com is expect the unexpected. It is literally in control by the members. So whatever you see here is their doing. Pretty amazing, huh?
These years, these seconds stand still when I'm with you. With fear, defenselessly spill without a moment to lose. Hold on tonight, we'll take these changing steps into the light. Oh, hold on, I'm not leaving without you. If we all fall to pieces, if we all hit the ground.
This song is beautiful.
I'll stay when no one's around. I'll stay.
Boy, obviously they got older.
No words, no methods, just will to sit where you stand. So long.
The eyes are beautifully drawn.
I'm breathless. I feel the sweat in my hands. Hold on tonight. We'll take this change of steps into the light. Oh, hold on.
Obviously
I'm not
drowned.
living without
That's not good.
If we all fall to pieces, if we all hit the ground, know that I'll never leave us. I'll stay when no one's around. Hold on tonight, we'll make all the promises. Don't stop the fight, we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. If we all fall to pieces, if we all hit the ground, know that I'll never leave us. I'll stay when no one's around. I'll stay.
There is no chance on this earth that song does not get claimed. I just hope it doesn't get blocked. Oh, that was sweet. That was really nice. Wow. That was my first introduction to it. And it was very, very nice. Great song, powerful, matched the tone beautifully. That first scene, let me see if I can pull that up real quick. Let's see. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? That scene. The beautiful water swimming out in like somewhat of a lake. Gosh, that put me back in my mind in a memory that I adore completely. I was out in Lake Michigan, which is by the state of Michigan in the United States, and why am I having trouble moving this window? And I was out there in the water. If you go to the northern part, it is stunning. Stunning. The water, you can literally go up to your neck, look down, and see your feet. Like, it's that clear. And the sand is beautiful, and there's not a lot of rocks or anything like that. So you can just walk out there up to your neck and just see everything. It is stunning. And I went out there on a very sunny day, not a cloud in the sky. And I just remember I had 2 adult beverages in my hand because I didn't have to walk. I didn't want to walk back in to grab another one. So I'm like, I'll just take 2. But I was just kind of in that moment. I was just kind of bashing around with the waves. Gentle waves, not too rough. But I just was looking up at the sky, looking down in the water, and I was just like, this is the perfect moment. This is stunning. Like, I could live here in this moment forever. And that literally made me think of that. I'd say that's pretty effective. Oh my gosh, that really put me back in there. Beautiful animation, beautiful drawings, beautiful style. As I mentioned, the eyes are stunning. Stunningly drawn. The reflections in them, gorgeous. I have a little bit of information here so we can figure out what the heck this show is about. Because I honestly just don't know. Free revolves around members of a high school boys swimming team. Haruka, Rin, Makoto, and Nagisa were members of the same swimming club in elementary school before parting ways, with Rin moving to Australia. Wow. Years later, they reunite when Rin challenges Haruka to a race and wins. Haruka, Makoto, and Nagisa, and then later on Rei, form the Awatobi High School Swimming Club. Rin, meanwhile, joins the swim team at Samezuka Academy, a swimming powerhouse. So it's all around. Oh my gosh. Look at the amount of ships on this. Oh my gosh. Oh, it keeps going. It keeps going. Oh my gosh. Fandom seemed to come out of nowhere, the show being an instant hit. Oh, the ships, indeed. I don't know too much about Free besides it's a beautiful story and great characters. In fan fiction, one common trope is to explore the world of the end credits themes. Wow, that is an unbelievable amount of ships right there. I mean, that is interesting. Pretty much everybody got some. I bet you'll soon see a Rinharu edit. Maybe. Definitely maybe. So it revolves around a high school swimming team. And obviously, two of these characters, Makoto and Haruka, are in this video, in this edit. Mako Haru, I think, is the slash ship between Makoto and Haruka. Makoto and Haru are childhood friends and best friends. Makoto often knocks on Haru's door in the morning to get him out of the bathtub so they can go to school. They always walk to school together and have been on the same swim team since they were children. They're often depicted reading each other's minds, showing their close bond. Makoto often acts as a communicator for Haru since the latter does not speak often or publicize his emotions. Boy, that's close. If you can do that, that's close. You are a close friend or best friend. Makoto also acts as Haruka's caretaker and fusses over him quite a bit since the latter doesn't... Okay, now I'm starting to see the ship. I'm starting to see it. And fusses over him quite a bit since the latter doesn't care about much besides water and swimming. He tries to restrain Haru from dipping into every body of water he sees and often talks him from when Haru doesn't know what to say in social situations. You just see him swimming in like a fountain or something. Just a gross fountain. Ugh. In turn, Haruka acts as a protector to Makoto. Makoto is usually seen jumping behind Haruka whenever he's scared. And Makoto mentions that Haruka, whenever they're walking by the shore, always walks closer to the ocean since Makoto has a fear of it. Honestly, I tend to stay out of the ocean. I've seen it. I've put my feet in it once or twice, but you won't find me swimming out there anytime soon. I'd rather be in a pool, obviously, where I know it's safe. And I've been in some rivers, but even rivers can get kind of crazy. In episode 6, Haruka wakes up to see Makoto drowning as he tries to save Rei. And he immediately dives in to go after Makoto instead of Rei with no hesitation. He supports him and goes back to the shore with him before collapsing from exhaustion. Haruka begins crying when he sees that Makoto is drowning and breathing weakly. He attempts to give mouth-to-mouth CPR to Makoto, but before he can, Makoto wakes up and they sit there comforting each other. Ooh. For fans of that ship, that moment must have been really interesting. Almost like a tease, if you will. Makoto admits that the reason he began a swim club was because he wanted to swim with Haruka again, like they used to when they were younger, implying that when they swim together is a bonding moment for them that he misses. He goes on to say that without Haruka participating in the club, it's meaningless, meaning that he enjoys swimming more when Haruka is with him, and that he cares for him more than anybody else. That is sweet. That is really sweet. In episode 6, when Rei confronts Makoto about how he was acting when he tried to save him in front of the group, Haruka angrily yells at him to drop the subject and leave him alone, showing how protective he is of Makoto. Near the end of episode 9, Haruka and Makoto stand alone together, looking over the festival, talking deeply. Makoto tells Haruka that he was happy that they could swim together in a relay again. Haruka's eyes tremble with tears that he holds back, and he says he isn't sure anymore. Makoto is shocked by this statement and listens as he says that he used to just want to feel water, but now he's different. Interesting. Oh, he says that when he lost Rin, everything turned black. But when he watched Makoto and his teammates swim, he changed. He says that if his teammates really want him to, he will swim in the relay with them. Wow, this is really interesting. So obviously there's some ups and downs here. Friends leaving, coming back, not to come back really, joining the other team. Kind of an interesting perspective of like, young best friends and young friendship kind of through the years, which I like. Kind of gives you an overall of their life. Makoto, I appreciate you being here for me. Thanks. I love both swimming and Haru-chan, so I want to swim together with you. Those are all very bonding moments, I'd say. Chose to start the swim club, but that was because I wanted to swim with you again. I wanted to swim in a relay with everyone again, but if you're not there, it's meaningless without you. I want to swim with you. Seriously, guys, if this was a horror movie, you'd be the newlywed couple that gets killed in the first 5 minutes. Oh, gosh. That's a funny quote. I like that. I like that. Obviously, it's being confirmed by other folks, which is interesting. It is considered the most popular ship currently in the free fandom. In fan fictions, Makoto and Haru are often depicted as practically married and act very lovingly and cute. To strengthen this image, Nagisa and Rei usually make comments such as, "I thought they were already dating." Right, like that quote I just read. Major appeal of their relationship is the best friends to lovers trope. Classic. 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 That and the fact that they are both very close with each other and know each other practically inside out. They are both very dependent on each other in a healthy way, caring for one another greatly. It is the most written ship for both Haruka and Makoto. It is the most written ship in the free tag as well. Well, that explains why we saw this. Might as well start with the most popular, right? Yeah, the best friends to lovers trope is chef's kiss. It's fantastic. It's something I've always enjoyed. I've said it many times in here before. My dad said that about my mom. You know, I married my best friend. So obviously it started from friends to lovers. Yeah, it is a beautiful story when it goes friends to lovers. That was excellent. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. I hope you enjoyed all the videos as much as I did. It's been a while since I've seen Law & Order SVU. It was crazy to see. Like, the last time I watched it, it was still with Elliot Stabler on the show. So to see him not as much in these is wild to me. I think the Untamed Word of Honor mashup was a good one. Very similar, obviously very similar, I don't know, mannerisms, I suppose. A lot of emotion given through like touching of the arm and like holding of the hands and looking with the eyes and zooming in on the eyes. Just because of the censorship and whatnot, it's kind of very implied. But I don't know, there's something kind of strong about that. You don't usually get that as much on shows that can just rely on making out and, you know, more in-your-face relationship stuff. I think there's some quality to it. Although, you know, it would be great to have the other stuff as well for the fans of the show, but I think there is a lot of great qualities to be found there. All right, if you want to request your own videos, go ahead and join up toddreacts.com. Join the tiers in which allow for that. Subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't already. Most of you haven't. I just looked at the analytics. I think it's somewhere of like 65, 70%. It's pretty high. It's very high. I'll get an actual number here eventually and give it to you. But go ahead and subscribe. Like the video if you liked it. Follow the Twitch channel, twitch.tv/ToddReacts. Join the Discord. It is now public. And don't forget, the merch is now available. Well, it's always been available, I suppose, for a year now. Summer collection, winter collection, we swap them out. That way you're not buying like a sweatshirt during the middle of summer. 15% off for members on all orders. And just a reminder, I will be going live today on the Todd Reaacts Plays YouTube channel, as well as on the Twitch. I will be playing Fortnite and having a blast. So subscribe to the Todd Reaacts Plays channel. It's brand new. I just went live, 2 days ago. Yeah, 2 days ago. Super fun. It worked. I'm surprised it worked. And I'm going to test it again just to make sure, just to make sure. And I did figure out how to capture game audio and game chat with the randoms that I play with. It's through this braided cable, ChatLink Pro. The first time I tried to make it work, it didn't work. And then last night it worked. And I'm like, what? How is this possible? So maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. We'll see. But that'll be a little bit later today. And yeah, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your Tuesday. If you catch us on Tuesday, if you don't catch us on Tuesday, I hope you have a wonderful rest of whatever day you're catching this. We'll be back tomorrow. I'm going to be doing 2 streams tomorrow. And obviously, if you're on YouTube and you watch these, it'll be posted. The second one will be posted on Thursday regularly, just as a regular video. And I'll be gone for a week. But I will come up with some things. I'll come up with some things. Don't worry. All right, I'll see you then. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.